Hey guys, I wanted to make sure to kind of recap about the meeting, a couple of important points that I felt that we needed to get into kind of a little bit more detail, right? And also the promotional changes, right? So the plans are one thing, how we roll it out and what our strategy is as a business and as a team is a completely different one. So let me just get right into it, guys. Hopefully I can make the video no more than about 20 minutes. A lot of detail, guys. So please take notes, ask me if you have any questions. The first thing, guys, is just the promotion, right? Let's go ahead and get right into it. So there is some promotional changes. You're going to see it in that other video in detail, but I want to make sure that some of these things are really straightforward for all of us. And if it's not, then I need you guys asking the questions for me, for Natalie or Vanessa, okay? So the first one, guys, is the 40, I'm sorry, the 60, the 6 month $240 plan, right? So basically what it comes down to, it's a $10 discount per month on the $50 plan whenever they prepaid um, the 6 months up front, right? You're going to be looking for a plan that is $80 on the promotional offers in their sales portal. So you're going to be looking for this over here, guys. The stuff that I'm highlighting or I'm circling right now is what you're going to be looking for. So what this means is that it's going to go on that plan, and I'm going to go bullet point by bullet point, but I just wanted to get those parts out of the way real quick. So again, just to recap, it's $240 with an activation. It gives you the $50 plan for basically $40 a month. So 6 months times $40 is $240. This is an amazing deal for anybody that is going to be obviously thinking of us long term. But the second part of it is that they are very budget conscious person or a new customer, right? So make sure to really kind of ask enough questions, really understand what's going on with the customer, and offer it every single time, especially if it's a one new line, just to see if this is what might be good for them. So yes, it is a lot of money, but here's the part that is going to be really beneficial for us before we get into some of these details. Okay, so number one, they're going to be saving $15 between the span of 6 months on the pure fact that they're not going to be paying the $3 fee every single month. They're going to be saving $25 just on the also the fact that we're going to be waiving their activation fees for this promotion. Okay, so no activation fee, act fee. And then on top of that, guys, it's a $60 savings because on a monthly basis, it's a $10 discount on the $50 plan, right? So in total, guys, they're saving about $100 in a span of 6 months compared to doing the traditional way, right? So this is an amazing deal, guys, for somebody that's really budget conscious, but is maybe more on the side of consistency, right? I don't see a lot of people, the people that are, trying to jump back and forth, breaking phones and stuff. That even though we do business with them sometimes, right? One of our goals is to educate customers and so forth for them to stick around and invest into their devices. But those are probably not the people. What I want us to do, though, is really understand, guys, that they are going to be saving quite a bit of money. $100 is a big deal. And then on top of that, remember, we're waiving an activation fee, so that's a $25 savings. They're saving $15 in a span of 6 months because there's no $3 fee. And on a monthly basis, it's a $10 discount. So basically, the $50 plan goes to 40. So this is in total a $100 discount within a 6 month period. So let's go through the details. Single line only, right? For the first month. On the second month, they can do a family plan, right? So add a line to the 50, so they can go to the 50 plus 30, right? So that's kind of month two and bullet point two. Activation on expanded data network only, right? So obviously the SN is not going to be available for this, so that's point number three. Device pricing for either new lines of service or the port-in price is available for them, right? So if they get the Samsung A21, for example, the promotional price starting on the 8th is going to be $100 or $99.99. Or if they get a port-in, right, that's going to be for free. So that's pretty straightforward. We should all be very familiar with that, of course. And then here's the other really cool thing, guys. If they wanted to go with the iPhone SE or the iPhone 7, they do not have to put this on the $60 plan. This the plan, this one that we're talking about right now, is going to supersede the requirement of having to be on a $60 plan like they normally would if they wanted to get a switch over and get a one line of service, right? So right now, the iPhone SE and the iPhone 7, if they wanted to get the promotional discounts, right, for $100 and for the $50, they have to be on the $60 unlimited plan with the 30 gigabytes of hotspot, right? With this plan, just to reiterate, even though it's a $50 plan with a $10 discount, if they do this, they're not going to have that requirement. So another really good hookup for somebody that wants an iPhone and a good deal. And then the other bullet point here, the second to the last here, is that the $240 is due upfront. They can't pay half right now and then half tomorrow. They can't pay anything that is not basically the same day or basically the same transaction that you're doing right then and there. So if somebody says, "Hey, can I pay half right now, or can I pay the unlimited and then next month go?" No, it's not gonna work, guys. It's all due upfront that same time. You have all the flexibility in the world, guys, to work your accessories. So if you do this plan, and you have whatever accessory fee, right? Just work with them, guys. They're already paying a whole ton up front, and if you want to get 15, 20, $25, I'll go for it, right? Start it as a promotion. Make sure that they understand, hey, normally this is a lot more, but for this promotion, we're gonna go for unlimited. I'm sorry, a case and a tempered glass, the month of service. We're gonna waive your activation fee. And you're going to be saving $3 a month just on the service fee alone. Break it down and the $10 discount on a monthly basis, right? So not only is it a great discount on the phone, on everything else, but then again, segue it into a discount for a case and a tempered glass. Get creative with it, guys. I really want to make sure that we are very aware of this plan and the fact that I want us to position it to everybody that's going to be a single line of service, right? The other part of this is that for this month that we're going to have it, we're also going to be doing an additional $5 commission on top of your commission. So if you normally get $5 for your month of service, I'm sorry, for the phone sale, you're going to get an additional $5 plus accessories, plus insurance, plus whatever else you end up selling to a non-case and tempered glass and so forth. So really a great opportunity, guys, to make more money in each of your guys' pocket. But of course, the business does benefit from this, and of course, your customers benefit from this great promotion. Right now, Boost is looking for what is called a 20% load, right? So that means that for every 100 activations that we do this month, they want to see about 20 of these go out, right? So it's a pretty tall task, and I think that some of the customers that already come with this they already come with us should be converted over. And I really do believe that there's going to be some people coming in saying, "Hey, I saw this online, I saw this through an email, I saw this through TV or the radio or whatever." There's probably going to be some of those. Our goal is to convert as many people over. Boost's play with this is that, you know what, we're giving an amazing discount to our customers, but we want to keep them around for 6 months and longer, right? So sell value, sell really the great benefit and the savings of all of this on top of having an amazing free device, right? So like the A21, which is going to be the go-to free phone going forward. So some of this stuff is in more detail, guys, in that video from Boost Corporate. So please watch that and take any notes. And obviously, if you have any questions, follow up with myself, Vanessa, or Natalie. Moving right along, guys, I did want to go into a couple other things regarding the promotions. Keep in mind that the add lines are going to be changing here soon, so I'm going to go over through the rest of the promotions here. So this is starting on the 8th, the plan that we just started looked at right now. The 3 for 90 guys got extended till the February 8th of this year, right? So we have an amazing opportunity, guys, for a 1 month extension of this great promotion. So take advantage of it. Do not take it lightly, and we are still going to have other promotions that benefit in getting more and more of these promotional prices out. So don't settle for two, get that third. Don't settle for one, get that second or the third phone, right? So when it comes to people switching over, when it comes to new lines, you're still going to have the benefits of BOGOs, even though they're going to be a little different on different devices. So let's continue to go here. The BYOD get double data is also going to be extended till February 8th. Add a line simplified, so we're going to go over some of those discounts now. So basically, if somebody adds a line, we know that the 15, the $10, the $25 stuff doesn't qualify, right? So the ones that qualify are going to be these types of plans, and it's going to give you the line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, and so forth are going to be the promotional. I'm sorry, the lines that are eligible for this discount, right? So really straightforward. This qualifies basically is what this is saying. For a single line 50, 60 and affordable family, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth line qualify, of course. And the 3 for 100, which is probably going to be our go-to family plan, right? So we want to switch the two liners to three liners and so forth. And obviously the four liners are going to go to this plan as well because it's the best value that we have, of course. Then yes, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5 qualify for their normal discounts, but additionally, obviously it does qualify, and I think this is an error right here, but line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5 qualify for the discounted rates on phones that is over and above the promotional price, right, which is the add-a-line discounted price. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what phones are going to be and what are the prices going to be for the add-a-line promotions. So we know very well already, guys, that the CoolPad Legacy is not going to be a phone that we carry, but there is a $5 option. Honestly, guys, I want you guys to sell the value of the ones that we are going to be carrying, which are going to be the Samsung A10e. Right, get rid of that CoolPad because we're not going to carry that one. That's an amazing value for $10. The LG Monarch, right, which we've taken the LG trainings, and that is also an amazing value. The CoolPad Brisa, which we don't really move a whole lot, guys, but that one's going to be $25. But your go-to for the $25 mark is going to be the A11, which is an amazing phone, great reviews. It's really well stacked, and that one's going to be $25 on an add-a-line promotion. So great combination of phones, guys. Really, at the end of the day, the ones that it means for us in our business is going to be the A10e, the Monarch, and the A11, which are the promotional discounted add-a-line promotion phones for this month, right? Or until the 8th of February. The next thing that I wanted to go over, guys, so that takes care of the add-a-line simplified, right? And that's again February 8th. The K51 is going to be our BOGO device along with the A21. So the K51 at this point, I believe it's going to be $100 and then a get one free, and also the A21. So there's both devices. You know, some people like that, like Samsung, some people like LG. So really balance that out. In my personal opinion, the A21 is your go-to just because the A21 is a pretty darn good phone, very well stacked, and at that price with the no port, no problem is what they're calling it, right? So the you don't need a port to get a really good discount on this A21. It's going to be $99.99 for a new line of service, right? So that means that you can get one for 100 and get the second one for free, right? Or obviously, if you're doing a port in, you're going to get the first one at free plus the second one for free, right? So either way, this is probably your go-to device when it comes to not only new line port in, right, or new port in devices, but also the BOGO situation that is a really well discounted rate at this point, guys. Really amazing promotion continuation on the A21. And again, the K51 is going to be another option for us as well. And as it says here, they can be mix and match, right? So somebody doesn't like LG, somebody likes Samsung, do what you need to do, right? My suggestion though, guys, in for our business is just stick with the A21. It's the best deal out of the bunch there and the best value for the phones, unless we don't have it, and then sell at that point what you have in store and really sell a value as we've taken the trainings and so forth for Samsung, I'm sorry, LG and all the benefits that it has. The Samsung A10e is going to continue to be an amazing device. This phone is kind of on its way out, guys, but it does not mean that is not a good device. The A10e is a great device. It doesn't have a lot of the fancy cameras and features, but it's a very reliable one. Look at boostmobile.com, look at the reviews, and people really like this thing. Aside from that, guys, you know, it really does kind of put into perspective here. The G Fast BOGO is ending. The Stylo 6 is ending. The 3490 for eligible existing customers is going to end too. So if you have a customer right now that wants to switch over to that, obviously you're able to do it, the 3490. But going forward, they're not going to be able to do that starting on the 8th. So again, if you have any customers that really want to go that route, make sure to do it ASAP. Um, what else do we have here when it comes to this? Let me go back here. So we're still gonna have a lot of this stuff. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. COVID, how to handle customers and safety, guys. But basically, what we talked about in the meetings, I'm going to reiterate: wipe down everything continuously throughout the day. Keep your distance with people. Keep your masks on, and keep the fans on, guys. There's been at least 2 or 3 stores that I've been to since Sunday that don't have their fans on. I don't understand, guys. This is for your safety and your customer safety. Please keep it on. Keep wiping things down. Keep your mask on and use the glass to your advantage. Move around so that the glass is between you and the customer at all times. Training. If you're not on the LG, the Samsung, and the Motorola apps, and I think the Motorola app does not work on iPhone right now, but go to the website. I need you guys to get your feet wet with this already. It's something that we've made optional in the past, but it's going to be a requirement going forward because you do learn a lot. It's only going to help you in helping and assisting your customers better, and also making more money and putting more money in your pocket. So the better you know your product, the more you're going to sell, and the better you're going to sell it too. So the customer's going to be knowing more walking out than just it's a nice phone, right? Or it's a good price. Training face to face, or I'm not going to go that. So the raises, guys, are going to go through starting next pay period, right? So the pay period that just cut right now, and I'm going to be going hold on, let me see. Pay period that just cut on the 2nd, the next pay period, so the one that we get paid on the 22nd. So we're going to get paid on the 8th, this coming Friday, and then on the 22nd we get paid again. That 22nd is going to run the pay period from the 3rd of January to the 16th of January, and that's when our any and all raises are going to be going there. So I'm going to be discussing the raises and also performance for last month with us individually for the rest of this week. So hopefully I can get to everybody here very soon so we can discuss and also game plan for the rest of this month. In the meantime, just stay very ready. Now, the last thing, guys, that I have for us is 2 things. One of them is your commission, right? Again, the commission explanation is already in a video that we have from back in October, I think Natalie said. So please watch that. It's like 40 or 50 minutes long. It's very detailed, and any questions you have, please write it down and get back to me. The thing is that I want you guys to really understand that one of the biggest misses that we had this last actually the last quarter, guys. I had a pretty what's it called, coming to the light conversation with Maria, right, which is kind of the boss of this area, and we were under heavily, guys. We did great in upgrades. We did great in accessories, guys. Thank you for that. And actually a lot of you guys did great in non-case and tempered glass. Remember though, guys, that there's 2 major parts of our business: is keeping people around in customer service, and the other one is going to be growth. Growth means we gain new customers, we get new customers, whether it's being better at closing sales, right, not letting them walk out, or adding more lines of service and doing those types of things that grow our customer base. And family plans have more lines than they thought they were going to come in getting, right? So instead of 1 you got 2, instead of 2 you got 3 or 4. The person that was making a payment for their 2 lines got a 3rd line because you got them excited about the add-on line and they had a need for it. Those types of things. So we have a severe deficiency in that right now, guys, and I really need you guys to take that seriously because it's going to be one of the biggest talking points. I think that there's a lot of elements that of a sale that compose us getting better at that, but I want to point out a couple of things after I explain a couple of major points on this. One of them, guys, is that I made the goals overall a little bit more realistic to some of the things that we're still growing on, right? So BYOD went from 5 to 3. Adeline is 10, so I think that we really still have a lot of those great promotions. So that means that if you do a 3-line port-in, remember, that's 2 Adelines, and you're getting paid off on you're getting paid on that, and then you're also getting paid on the 3 lines, and then you're getting paid on the accessories, and then you're getting paid on the insurance. So you're making a bunch of money on that. But the other thing though is that I want you to understand that part of the way that you get your total activations, not just your upgrades, because I feel upgrades, some of you guys have mastered that. I see some 25, 30 upgrades month after month after month. I think what's harder for us is the people that aren't with us right now. So that's going to be the major focus for us, guys. I can't see I cannot see that our upgrades go down because that's not going to take away from it. But I need to see our activations go up, and I'm going to explain a couple things in just a bit. Our BOGOs need to be at 5. So again, we have the K51, and we're going to have the buy one get 3 get 2 free with the A10, right? We're going to have the K51, the A21, and the A10E, right? So amazing deals. We're also going to continue to have the 3 for 90. So that two liner needs to switch to 3. That customer walking in needs to do the add-on promotions that are going to be also pretty amazing. Even though we're not going to have the K51 anymore, guess what? Samsung has a higher weight to their name, meaning that people put Samsung at a higher prestige than other carriers out there. Samsung usually is right up there with Apple as far as quality and electronics, right? So want to make sure that we understand that add a lines and adding a line to obviously an existing account also counts towards your growth that we need, right? You all know that your goal is 30 activations, right? 30 activations and 25 upgrades. 25 upgrades, guys, if you continue doing what you're doing right now and get a little better, some of you guys that are under that, you're good. But the majority of you guys are already there. This one, though, the 30 activations, is the one that scares me a little bit, guys, because I don't know what's going on, and I think it might be something that Vanessa, Natalie, and I need to discuss. But for some reason, we're putting so much emphasis on the existing customers and making upgrades, which is good. We need to continue to that. That's not going to go away. We need to continue that, but we need to have a more of an emphasis on growth. We need add-a-lines. We need to close those BYODs that come in. We need to close those people that come in asking for a quote for 2 lines or 3 lines and then walking out. So I need you guys a big emphasis on that. Additionally, though, some of these changes we discussed it in the meeting, but there is going to be an additional $50 uh, bonus on top of meeting just your goal. So not only are you getting the 30 activations if whenever you hit the 30 activations individually, but on top of that, you're going to get a $50 bonus on that, right? So that's kind of the incentive that we have on that. Not only that, but remember the other big difference that we have for our business, we're going to do an additional $5 bonus on the 6 month $240 plan, right? So there's another way of getting even more and more lines, making more and more money, guys, but you need to balance things correctly. Here's what I mean by balancing things correctly, guys, and this is my biggest concern in our business right now. So the parts that are growth in our business when it comes to new lines or even existing customers that new activations and existing customers that are there to make a payment or do whatever is add a line. BYOD usually, right, the way that we tally it is going to be for new BYODs that qualify as an activation for us. BOGO, right? So getting one line, whether it's a new line of service or a port in, and getting the second one for free, right? So even if it's a phone that you pay money for, but if there's a BOGO attached to it, then you're getting the second one for free. And then the other one is going to be BOGO add a line BYOD. Boost ups is obviously for existing customers, but let me show you something, the correlation here. If your activations is lower than your upgrades, there's a problem. You're not closing enough. And you typically will have a deficiency in BYOD, right? Not closing enough of them. You're going to have a deficiency in add a lines. You should be over 10, right? And you're also going to have a deficiency in BOGO, right? So the other one. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm going backwards there, but BOGO. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Okay? How can you expect to do good with new lines if we're not doing good with BOGO, with add a line, and BYOD? Guys, our numbers are ass backwards when it comes to that. Most stores do good here, right? Just like us, we do really good here. This is probably on par with one of the better stores in Tucson. But here, the part that we're talking about right now is catastrophic, guys. Again, if your number is almost matching or under, you're not closing sales or opening up enough opportunities. You're not talking about the BOGO. You're not talking about the add line. You're not talking about or closing the BYODs enough. So I need all of you guys to really, really put focus on this. This is your money maker, guys. Phones is your money maker. If you're not understanding that yet, I again need you to go back to October in the important messages and look at the information for the commission payouts. This is your meat and potatoes when it comes to commission. So if you do an add line, not only does it count as a new activation, but it counts as an add line. So you made $8.50 on that alone, guys. Not to mention if it was a BOGO. So let me explain to you that just briefly because I don't want to take up a whole lot more time. Let's say you do an add-a-line, right, to a payment customer or a customer that was coming only for one line of service, right? Not only is that an activation, right? So you get $5 for that. But let's say it's also an add-a-line, right? So you did an add-a-line. Hey, Mr. Customer, do you have anybody that you need a phone for? Because we have amazing deals on add-a-lines. You know what? My mom needs a phone. She broke her phone with Cricket 2 months ago, and she really needs a phone. What do you got, right? You made 350, right? So you just on this alone, guys, not to mention insurance, right? So let's say you added insurance, that's $2. Let's say that you got $30 in accessories, right? Hopefully we got the 50, but let's say you got $30. You made $3. So you made 5, 10, 13.50. 13.50 in a span of however long it took you to process that. And you guys can probably process that in 10 minutes if you have a bite on that pitch, right? So 13.50, right? So again, this is a money maker, guys. Not only are you making money on almost all these things. Now, let me give you another example. Let's say it's a one-line port-in that you turn into a BOGO. And well, there's also an add-on line there, right? Because the second line is also considered a BOGO. So it's one, one, in activation, oops, is two. So you got two activations, which is $10, $5 each. BOGO is 350. Add-on line is 350. And let's say $100 in accessories. You pitched it the best, you've got the value and everything, and you got one insurance for the person out of the two that is horrible with their phones, right? So you got accessories, 100, and you got what did I say? Oh, insurance or Blue Shield, right? Shield. So then you got $2 here on one times $2. You got $10 here. So you made, oh my God, let me see if I'm good at this math here. 10 plus 350 plus that 17, 27, $29, guys, on a BOGO new line of service. Again, this is just a couple examples. This is a payment customer, and this is obviously a new line, let's say a single line that you turn into a line, two lines, or a two line that you closed a two line, but you check for a third line of service. Obviously, if you got a third line, this also multiplies because now you have another add-on line, now you have more accessories, now you have more Blue Shield deck, and you have another activation. So you could potentially make 45, $50 on a 3 or 4 liner, guys, if you do it correctly. So again, this is just a mild thing, guys. Again, I really want you guys to focus on the things that I'm talking about. In order for you to get new lines, activations, the part that really, really matters to our business, literally almost 2 for 1 as far as our profitability. For every 2 upgrades and what we make there, we have to get only 1 activation. Growth is where it's at. That's what compensates the most in every business out there. Growth is it, right? You need to be sure that this is higher than your activations. And a lot of you guys missed this a lot by quite a bit, guys. When it came to your commission, this is part of the reason why I'm doing this. That actually no, I don't know. Brandy, yes, you too. So there's 5 people in our team that had less new lines than upgrades. Again, the upgrades, guys, keep it the same. Keep doing what you're doing there. It's not going to take away from your activations, but I need you to be more aggressive with your activations. A lot more to come on this, guys, but I want you guys to observe this, start absorbing it, and really focus on that. Get your mind set around, yes, upgrades are great. We need the boosters, we need the upgrades, and it's better to get something versus nothing. But I want you to be more aggressive with adding lines, closing BYODs, and getting those BOGOs out of here, especially when we have them, because it's, as you know, not all the time do we have those promotions. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you, guys.